I wanted to take a moment to talk about the new Harry Potter trailer for the new Harry Potter show, a cultural event designed seemingly to exclusively appeal to middle aged women who could ignore the real consequence of their actions as long as they're off screen and the funny magic kid is on it instead. Fundamentally, there is no good reason for this show to exist. The only reason this series is being made is to give JK Rowling even more money, because she will not rest until every trans person has their livelihoods ruined by her hand. There is no artistic merit behind this show, there's no greater message, there's no style, there's no substance. It's just a retelling of a mediocre children's book because Rowling has not caused enough damage. You could argue that this new series will let you see things that you didn't see in the films, which, yes, it could do, but these things also exist in the books. People aren't going to watch this show because it will show the heartwarming scene where Archwizard Bingle Bongo teaches Harry about magic. The only people who care about Archwizard Bingle Bongo know who he is already. He was in the books that they've already read. It's not going to bring new readers to the series either. The amount of people who are old enough to have HBO accounts and not heard of Harry Potter is approximately the same as the amount of trans people in JK Rowling's Utopia. Zero. There'll also be no new Harry Potter in this show, because we already have the books and the films for this. It is very much just a simple retelling of the same story, in the same place, with the same people, with zero artistic endeavour behind it. It is entirely soulless because it is a piece of work that has no reason to exist outside of making money. This show has a budget of $100 million per episode. It is a ludicrous amount to spend to say absolutely nothing. The point of art is to make people think, to make people feel, and not to enrich and embolden the worst of society. But here we are, watching the wealthiest dregs rehash their greatest hits to stock up their bank accounts for a fresh wave of hatred. And the worst thing is that people will watch it. Millions of people will uncritically intake this slop because it's about the books that released literal decades ago. They will turn away from the fact that it funds hatred, that it ruins the lives of trans people, either because they share Rowling's views, or because they care more about Bingle Bongo than they do about the plight of actual people in this world. But every view that this series gets, every tweet, every comment, every like, it emboldens Rowling more. We, as people, need to do better than this. We cannot continue to cede ground to these vile creatures who plague us and divide us. But Rowling knows that people won't do this. As a society, we have collectively decided that reliving Magic Child's greatest hits is worth more than the survival of trans people. This show, and anyone who pays money to watch it, are failures to our society. Their decision to engage and fund and support this slop, which has only been made to further finance hatred, is fundamentally not compatible with the virtues of a good and functioning society. You must reject this. You must not engage with this tribe any more than is necessary. You must fight for the rights of trans people and for all of those who are discriminated against. It is no longer enough to be passive in the face of this adversity. We must fight.